Darkest Days, they're runners up in the prank department. They've already been messed with once, and they didn't enjoy it too much. Let's see, My Darkest Days. Somebody replaced the last D with a G.
Oh.
In their banners that they have on stage. So pretty funny. I don't know who did it, but it was kind of fun.
And the Time for Annihilation, it fuses old and new songs as well as live and studio. How did that idea come about?
It was really just kind of like the end of this like decade of Papa Roach, where we had already put out 5 major label full length records, and we were transitioning from a major label going independent. We wanted to do something different, just to kind of help in the transition. And we had always talked about doing a live record, and then it turned into, well, let's add a couple of bonus songs, new songs or whatever, and then it turned into, how about 5 new ones, and then we'll put it out and we'll go tour on it. And it was just like, it just evolved into this thing where now it's half live and half new songs. It's kind of like the past and present of Papa Roach, and I think it's just a good representation and a good reminder of what this band's about and what we can continue to do as a band, because it kind of gives you a look at where our sound can go, and all the different vibes of Papa Roach. And people love the new songs, and we're really proud of them, and just the whole body of work as a whole. It's pretty exciting, and it's kind of a trip to look back and be like, wow, we've done all this in the past 10 years,
Right. So what do you think the biggest difference is from what's one thing that you need to do or have every day?
That's a good question. Well, nowadays it's been an internet connection. That's isn't it funny? Like, I wish I could run every day because I always feel better